On May 19th, the date and location of Oscar Romero's canonization will be released. The bishops from El Salvador have made a single request of Pope Francis.
Hay una carta al Papa de los obispos del Salvador.
There's a letter to the Pope from the bishops of El Salvador, personally given to the Holy Father with two proposals. The first request, Holy Father, for you to celebrate the canonization in our country, where we can all see you in person. If that's not possible, if you could stop by El Salvador when you go to Panama. The letter's content was made public, that's why I can repeat it. This idea was well received by the Vatican, that the Pope makes a stop on his trip. It's 2 hours from El Salvador to Panama. If the canonization isn't there, but rather here in Rome, we'll see what happens. Cardinal Gregorio Rosa Chávez is one of the people who knew future Saint Oscar Romero the best. They experienced very difficult times together, like when Romero was accused of supporting liberation theology.
There's
a tremendous moment when strong accusations against him were reaching Rome, and he had to defend himself. We worked together all night on the defense document. That was a dramatic time because it was painful to see what they were saying about him, and we said, but that's not true. For me, it was one of the most dramatic moments in terms of his relationship with Rome. There were other accusations later, but that first time left a mark on me. Oscar Romero angered the military and oligarchs with his constant denunciation of inequality, and his condemnation of violence wasn't good for guerrilla groups either. Thus, he knew there would be retaliation. He knew they were going to kill him. We all knew. The question was how and where. We were afraid it would be an attack, that they'd trap him in his house, that they'd fake a traffic accident. We feared that. God gave him the grace of dying on the altar during the offering. It's not easy to imitate Romero. He's a disciple who risked his life, who went against the grain, who was misunderstood but never stopped being a disciple, with the mysticism of victim, of offering. El Salvador has greatly changed since then, but continues to suffer from the scourge of violent gangs. The Cardinal assures the future Saint Oscar Romero could help resolve the situation. The violence of young gang members. Each day, 10 to 12 people are murdered in a country of 6 million. It's one of the highest rates in the world. People are disheartened. They don't see a way out. The Pope is presenting a formula. Romero can bring peace to the country under 3 conditions. First, through awareness of what he preached. Second, by imitating his example. And third, by invoking his intercession. Saint Romero of America is about to become Saint Romero worldwide. As the Cardinal says, he's a new saint who could intercede for those who suffer injustice, for migrants, or even journalists, given that he was an exceptional communicator.